Welcome back. It's turn 22 and we're at war with Pangea. The entrance to their fortification is still breached. We're searching for magic sites, but none were found. We had some random events, 2 fire gems for free, and 12 units have been cursed. Great. Other than that, it seems like Pythium is finally making a move on this cave, which really contains 25 militia. Seriously. Let's see what blast they have. Shock resistance and fire resistance. That's kind of annoying for me. Fortunately, they don't have a lot of sacred units. So that's predictable. Oh, they're already using thaumaturgy. That's a lot of gems. Damn. Yeah, they spent like something like 2 years preparing to take this cave, which makes no sense. Meanwhile, we are gonna storm Pangea again. Looks like I still need to put these guys in front. This guy's sneaking in case they lose their fire gems somehow, like no Pangea attacking them. Nope, you have to stay behind. These guys all have to go in front of the army. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna summon a single fire elemental, then they're gonna run behind the troops, and then maybe they can cast a firebolt or something. I don't really care, that's not gonna do anything, but hopefully the fire elementals will kill the god. And otherwise, these other ones, the water ones, they can do cold bolts and numbness. This might freeze them and damage them that way, or at least stop them from attacking my troops. And then to back it all up, I got 57 of these. Meanwhile, this army is moving over here, and because we got the Temple of Darkness, we can summon Shadow Soldiers and Shades, which are definitely worthwhile for Bakemono Shaman with an upkeep of 32 gold per year. Yeah, a shaded turn, definitely. And we're still moving troops in here. This guy is still moving archers from this mountain over here, so we can build another one of these doom stacks. Well, they're not really doom stacks, but armies, I suppose. Site searching is almost done until we take Pangea's land. I would love to take this cave and build a fort in it. I think that would give me some income. And we need income. Every turn I use all my gold. And I am still building Bakemono Shaman because I can't afford anything better. Alright, next turn we're gonna see how it goes with the fortress. See you in turn 23. Turn 23. It finally happened, the Battle of Pangea. So, these guys are making a wall of fire. Now, for some reason, they still had some troops inside the fortress. They might have retreated from an earlier battle, I'm not entirely sure. But it's inconsequential. What is of some consequence are these guys on top of the wall. Because we can't really get to them. Especially with this big bastard's getting in the way. So this is gonna take a while. Let me speed it up. So by now all of the archers have run out of arrows. And he's still alive. I think he started the battle with 200 hit points even though its maximum is at 168. But thanks to our Ubas, he's completely frozen. So he's not attacking right now. The only thing doing damage to us are these guys on the walls. Just a bunch of centaurs with bows. And I believe those wall archers have infinite ammo also. This is gonna take a long time. Fortunately, the fire elementals keep setting in that fire. And he doesn't have any fire resistance. Nor does he kill the fire elementals because there's just too much stuff and he keeps getting frozen. Although, I think there's one Uba left freezing and the other two have been turned into cats because they took too much damage. Oh. So, the way that works is if you're a shapeshifter and you take damage and your other shape has more max HP than your first shape, let's call it that, then instead of dying you change shape. But these ghost bots have -1 to all magic bots, so whereas an Uba this one would have water 2 and 1 in some other paths, now it's a water 1. So therefore this one is the only one still casting cold spells on the pretender. Anyway, he is slowly being whittled down. He has gained 3 wounds already, which even if we would lose, that would still be an advantage to us in the future. But, spoiler alert, I don't lose this. Even though those wall centers are bloody annoying, there he goes. And yeah, then it's all over. They run, and even the ones that don't run, they don't stand a chance. Okay, so that's the god of Pangea done, and when the AI loses their god, they always send a message like this. You killed our god! This war will not end until the nation of Shinuyama is annihilated. Yeah. I think they just lost their only fort and their god. They're not gonna do much. So, we take this fort, which generates, this does nothing, generates 5 gems a turn. So now we finally have a nature income, which is great. I am not in any rush to spend it right now. Of course, the hammers are almost here. I did get a great mage, not an Earth 3, but I got a dead 4, which the chances of that are, let me see. So 25% chance to get 1 in that, times 2.5%, so that's like 1, I think 0.75% chance of getting a dead 4, so that's really lucky. I am immediately casting Twiceborn with this mage. So that if he dies, he comes back as a white mage, which is undead and has a chance of getting another point in dead. Then he would be a dead 5 if I'm so lucky. Now, I'm of course going to craft him a skull staff, which gives him another dead, so even when he's still alive, he's already going to be a dead 5. When he dies, he might come back and be a dead 6. Which means he can cast all kinds of big dead rituals and dead spells in battle. And he can create skeletons basically unlimited in battle. So that's going to be great. This guy is just going to stand around here because I am going to be starting recruiting archers out of this place as well. It's a mountain and a swamp for some reason. I'm going to have to search that place soon. And it has a birdsong tower, which reveals mundane score graphs. Let's have a look. Ah, yeah, we can see all the score graphs. That's interesting. So we're here. Oh, we're completely on top for provinces. Most forts, best income. Doesn't show gem income or research, dominion, army size. Ah. Is that... Oh. They just had a big drop in army size. Well, it doesn't mean that their army was stronger, by the way. It just means the amount of units. And whereas I could have recruited a lot of these cheap guys, I recruited mostly these. So I guess that army size graph doesn't say that much. Maybe they lost some in their fight with Jotunheim. Because they did have a fight with Jotunheim. There's a lot of other fights in this turn. Let's have a look. So, these guys... Nah, that's not a lot of them, by the way. They're fighting Jotunheim again. But they're fighting Jotunheim in the cold. And these guys have ice protection, which gives them a protection of 22. And they have a cold aura. Yeah, that doesn't go well for Nazca. What else? Pythium attacked something. Oh, they attacked the throne. And this throne has heavy cavalry and a mage with a crossbow for some reason. I mean, I know some reasons to put a crossbow on a mage, but I don't expect independent mages to be wielding crossbows. But apparently that one was. And very predictable, this doesn't go very well for Pythium. Yeah. And then Abyssia attacked something. Which is in the cold. Yeah, I don't think the heat auras they bring are gonna do much in cold. However, these are like a Mictlan, the weakest unit Mictlan can build. They're independent, but they're basically the same unit. Wait, I thought this thing could... Oh, it just has a fire flare attack with an area effect of 1. But it's not spitting fire, it's just... It sets fire to the next square. So it has to be in the front line to do this and it has to expose itself. Yeah, I thought these were more useful, but... Apparently they're not nearly as scary as I thought. Okay. No, let's see what blessing they have. They've got 2 morale. That's it. Maybe they have an imprisoned god with more things. Scout was discovered and ran for his life. And we fought Pangea and Death March. Which is this army. Against a very small amount of province defense. Yeah, that does nothing. Okay. In an unexpected event, 1590 people left. That's a lot. Unfortunate, but fortunately we have more land, so it doesn't really matter. Magic site searching, found nothing. Alright. Well, at least we finally have a nature income. Yeah, we already got 1 nature gem from this druid's grave, but that's only a trickle. The 5 extra really helps. Okay, that's it for turn 23. See you in turn 24. Turn 24. Time to deal what's left of Pangea. So, I split my armies up a little bit. And then we get battles like this against province defense. So yeah, not very interesting, but these Dai Bakamano are more than strong enough to take these kind of things even without losses. This is our bigger army. These nades are very much worthless, but you get them for free. Although they are spawned by a pan, and I haven't seen any pans yet, so they must be hiding quite well. Another battle here. Hyperbosi. Okay. Yeah. Barbarian province defense. Could be dangerous. They would need to be with a lot higher numbers to actually be dangerous. Oh, this guy's crippled. That's why he's so slow. Alright, yeah. And Bittium had another battle that we could see. The province was taken by barbarians, so now they're taking it. No, what? Oh, they're being attacked by barbarians. Ah, right, yeah. Sometimes you get these random events and just a bunch of barbarians show up and take your province. We had an unexpected event, 78 gold, not a big deal, but it's free gold. And Fukushima found a gold leaf tree, which is a site that gives you 2 fire gems, which is great. So, I am making, where am I making it? Oh, here. I'm making fire in a jar, and let's see, yeah, Akikazu, the fire tree mage, is gonna go there to pick it up, so that he can go and support this army with flaming arrows. Not that they will need it, but it's always nice to just attach your fire mage to that and just walk around with a flaming arrows army. Better to have it and not need it than the other way around. And Sunehisa, we should give him another name, but I'm kind of blanking on ideas right now. I'll just shorten it. Tsune. Okay, you're not Tsune. If I come up with another name or somebody gives me an idea, that's gonna be it. But until now, Tsune. Tsune, the dead 4 mage with Twiceborn, is first going to Florin, but then he's moving to Pangea, where I'm recruiting a small contingent of these kappas. Meanwhile, I'm crafting a ring of water breathing for him and a flask of holy water, even though he doesn't really need it, but it's just speed things up a little bit. And then he's gonna try to take these underwater provinces because they have a nice bit of income, and I don't think Jotunheim is gonna touch them. Yeah, I mean, I think Nazca is more likely to go underwater than Jotunheim actually. But this seems more threatening than this, so I'm going here first. If I manage to take this water and maybe later this, that will give me some extra income, and it will also give me the ability to attack from the sea. So that would be quite nice. So I think one more turn of mopping up. We'll just put fortresses here and here eventually. And then either Abysia or Nazca can deal with the rest of Pangea. I'm not going here because that will give me way too much borders with Abysia and Nazca. And there isn't really anything here that I really want. Like, this is very likely already taken. I'm actually gonna send a scout in that direction, but I believe this is probably already taken by either Nazca or by Jotunheim, so I'm not going there. I'm just gonna secure this place, and then if still nobody attacks me, I'm just gonna destroy Pythium. And I'll have, including the water, a nice big empire here. It is now year 2. In year 3 my god's gonna appear. He is gonna be able to craft me some nice items. And cast some spells that I can't cast without him. Maybe even Mother Oak if this keeps up. And then after that happens, I plan to go for the win. But that's still a few videos and a dozen of turns away. Alright, how are we on time? Yeah, I can do one more. See you in turn 25. It is turn 25, and it is hammer time. I made my first hammer, and now I'm using the hammer to make another hammer. The hammer pyramid scheme. So, this guy was discovered, and this was the guy checking out the cave, so that's disappointing. Pythium had another battle. Let's see how that went. Ah, they're trying to remove the barbarians again. One thing that's nice about this for them is barbarians have bad magic resistance. And the spell they're casting, Mind Burn, is negated by magic resistance. So it's really good against things like barbarians. For some reason they're also casting lightning. Roman style troops versus barbarians. I think we all know how that ends. Alright, then we're continuing to mop up. We attack Pangea and Fields of Gold with the big army. Which is very predictable. And we attack them in Hexwood with one of the smaller armies. Also predictable. And then the cave, which I really wanted. I'm happy Jotunheim didn't take it first. It actually has our troops, which is somewhat useful because it makes the province defense cheaper once we got it. Okay. An unexpected event in Lish. Minus 147 gold. Yeah, the problem with luck is that it also makes you have more events. So you can also get randomly more bad events. But 147 gold isn't a big deal. Construction has been completed. Or construction research. And now this guy is gonna make us hammers. For 13 per hammer. That's pretty good. And I'm just gonna keep making hammers until I run out of that gem, out of earth gems, because hammers are most excellent. Because we have construction 4, I am actually also going to make a skull staff. Should I make one without a hammer? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, let's do it. It's only 2 extra death gems and I really want a skull staff. Alright. Then the bigger army. And I'm just gonna menu Aki. Aki and the bigger army are gonna meet up here, where the barbarians live. We're gonna see the effect of flaming arrows on barbarians. Yes, it's that predictable. Meanwhile, we're preparing to attack Pythium. We have a good amount of troops here. I am recruiting 2 generals to lead them. And then with that entire army, we should just go through here, I guess, and just go into Pythium. And it's only 6 provinces, so it shouldn't take long. Alright. I guess that's that for this video. See you in the next one.